Hi everyone, my name's Kevin and welcome to Exploration Theme Parks. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about the rumors surrounding Six Flags Magic Mountain and the coveted Giga coaster. So, let's get to it. Six Flags Magic Mountain, the thrill capital of the world, currently has the world record for most roller coasters at a park with a total of 20. Though, typically, they are never all open at the same time, but I'll save that venting for another video. Six Flags has some amazing roller coasters and a well-rounded lineup, but somehow usually falls short of being included in the conversation for parks with the best roller coaster lineups. They have some heavy hitters such as X2, Tatsu, Twisted Colossus, and a great supporting cast that includes the likes of Full Throttle, West Coast Racers, Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, just to name a few. However, they haven't received that large investment standout coaster in a while. Wonder Woman is great, but basically a clone of Jersey Devil in New Jersey. One can argue Twisted Colossus in 2015, but it only cost around $7 million to make and unfortunately doesn't include a guaranteed duel on every ride. Full Throttle, built in 2013, cost approximately $6 million and, though a good coaster, would have been great if it didn't abruptly end after the over-the-loop drop. West Coast Racers, built in 2020, is estimated to have cost more than Full Throttle, however, is more of a supporting coaster in my opinion, and those comfort collars are absolutely horrible. Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, built in 2022, is a very fun coaster, but it's a clone, and Six Flags most likely got a package deal for it through RMC. Apocalypse, built in 2009, is great, but is a lower tier GCI and costs approximately $10 million to make. So I believe the last large investment standout coaster Magic Mountain received was Tatsu back in 2006 for approximately $21 million. The Six Flags chain has faced many ups and downs over the years, and more recently, under new management, have been working towards renovating areas around the park with new paint, landscaping, etc., which is great, but at the end of the day, I'm hoping they are taking the Cedar Fair approach now, building huge investment roller coasters every few years, which would make Six Flags Magic Mountain arguably one of the most popular parks in the chain due for one. There were rumors for a while that Knott's Berry Farm was receiving a Giga, but those have kind of quieted down. Whether it's the homes nearby or Cedar Fair pulling back on a large investment, or maybe they're still planning on a Giga, we just don't know. Universal Studios Hollywood recently confirmed the long-rumored Fast and Furious roller coaster, which looks to be an Intamin multi-launch coaster, and if it's anything like Velocicoaster at Islands of Adventure in Orlando, it will be a world-class roller coaster. So if Magic Mountain wants to stay relevant, I think it's their time to go big and announce the tallest and fastest B&M Giga roller coaster. Magic Mountain has teased a Giga a couple of times as of recent. On June 23rd of 2023, Six Flags Magic Mountain tweeted, "Goliath is cool, but how about a Giga?" And on April 1st of 2023, they tweeted, "Coming soon to Six Flags Magic Mountain," capitalizing G, I, G, and A, spelling out Giga, which also included an emoji of a roller coaster. This could mean nothing, and it could just be Six Flags Magic Mountain messing with everyone, but it could also mean something. If it means something, I think it could mean one of two things. The first thing I think it could mean is a record-breaking B&M Giga coaster. The B&M Gigas have made a name for themselves and are very popular rides, like Fury 325 at Carowinds. I believe Carowinds has seen its attendance decrease since the ride has been down since the crack heard around the world. Though I haven't ridden it, many people have it in their top 10, top 5, and even their number 1 favorite roller coaster. I think Magic Mountain needs a huge, standout coaster to put them back in the conversation of best coaster lineups, and a record-breaking Giga would do just that. However, this would be a huge investment because Fury 325 is estimated to cost approximately $30 million. I hope Magic Mountain has been budgeting in the background, especially with seeing all the one-train ops recently, but I can almost guarantee the park would see its attendance increase if they put a Giga in. Now, let's talk about where the Giga could and should go. And keep in mind, these are my opinions. Here is a snapshot of Six Flags Magic Mountain from Google Earth. I've heard some people talk about removing Scream and putting the Giga station in its place. They could make that work, but I don't think they should remove Scream for it. They just need to put some landscaping in there. I've also heard people talking about removing Viper for a new ride. I would hate to see this happen because it's a classic Aero looper, but I could certainly understand if the park chose to go this route due to it being a less popular ride at the park. It would also make sense for a Giga being closer to the front of the park because let's face it, Fury 325 gives Carowinds an epic entrance. They could also put the station towards the back of the park where they have their Aftermath 2 Fright Fest maze, but I don't think that's an ideal spot. I think they should move the queue line for Tatsu up to Samurai Summit where it belongs and put the station for a Giga in this area where the carnival games are in Rapids Camp Crossing. That way, this area would not only have Roaring Rapids, but a Giga coaster entrance as well. Yes, I know, I'm dreaming. But hear me out. I quickly built a Giga in Planet Coaster to try to simulate what it could look like. And by all means, I am no engineer nor a professional at Planet Coaster. I simply wanted to visualize the idea. Here you can see the station would replace, in some shape or form, the carnival games in Rapids Camp Crossing. Here you can get an idea of what the basic layout could look like. Again, I didn't focus in on the elements as I would have spent days trying to perfect it, but it would look epic in the Magic Mountain skyline. I do believe they should do some iconic element at the entrance, like an outer banked floater hill or something like that. Do I think the park would put the Giga in this spot? Probably not, as it wouldn't surprise me if they did go the Giga route if they chose the spot and layout that would cost them the least amount of money. Now let's move on to the second thing I think the Giga teases could be. Now, this idea would kind of contradict the park's tweet that included a roller coaster emoji, but the park could be messing with us and actually be reopening the famous, iconic Red Sky Tower in Samurai Summit. The tower has been closed since 2014 due to the elevators not being up to safety code and is estimated to be a multi-million-dollar investment to reopen it. The tower stands at 385 feet tall, so technically a Giga, just not a Giga coaster. There have also been rumors recently that the park could be planning to reopen it, and people have also seen some activity around the tower. I have always said the park should reopen the tower, but I do think they should do the Giga first to get that attendance boost. In an ideal world, I think it would be genius if the park continued to tease a Giga, then provide a date for a huge announcement. They would announce the reopening of the Giga Tower, and then, very shortly after, announce a record breaker B&M Giga coaster. That would be fantastic and funny. At the end of the day, do I think they should reopen the tower? Yes. Do I think they should go for a record breaker Giga? Most definitely. Do I think the park will open a Giga? This I am unsure of, especially because the park and Six Flags chain has always struggled with finances, and this would be a major investment. What do you think Six Flags Magic Mountain will and should do? Let me know down in the comments. And please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for upcoming videos, and remember, never stop exploring theme parks.